Kids love cookies. Mothers love their kids, of course.
And Mike Hegedus says the story of a mom who made a treat for her special needs kids turned it into a huge business. Mike is next.
Well, if necessity is the mother of invention, then it should not be a big surprise when a mother is forced to invent something for her son, only to turn it into a multi-million-dollar international business. On America Today, Mike Hegedus takes on the cookie monster, gluten-free. He's in lovely San Diego, California.
216.
It seems only fitting that when Miriam Diamond checks supplies in her San Diego warehouse, she does it with her son Charles. After all, this is all his fault.
Have you been having to eat this stuff since 1992?
And earlier.
I had a son that was ill back in New York, and I looked for alternative ways of feeding him and treating him. And so when I moved here, this is what sort of came out of it.
What came out of it is Nana's Cookies, one of the fastest growing companies in the multi-billion-dollar natural food space, cranking 100,000 cookies a day out of its Southern California production facility. Nana's are distributed across the country, all 50 states, and around the world, the UK, and under private label to Japan. And what makes Nana's special? Well, not so much for what is in them, but what isn't.
We don't have any dairy, we don't have any eggs, we don't have any refined sugar, we don't use any cane or beef products. This was the first deal. This was the second deal.
Not only do her products hit the natural food niche, but they have zeroed in on the vegan and gluten-free segments, the latter exploding over the last 5 years. So much so that she started getting specific requests for products from a particular consumer base, parents of autistic children.
So we made these bars, we made them no gluten. They are major successful. Major successful. And they're successful in my heart, and they're successful in the stores.
There are 29 different flavors in her line, and while she started the company in 1992 after moving to the West Coast, she actually got her start in natural foods when she started one of the earliest food co-ops in the U.S.
I have over 30 years in this industry, when it was more hippie-like, you know.
All those hippies got older and want to eat healthier, and they have money, which is all okay with Diamond.
When I get up in the morning, I go, thank you, God. It's very exciting.
Miriam Diamond, one of the mothers of invention. On America, Mike Hegedus, CNBC in San Diego, California.
Another great story by Mike Hegedus.
What happened when we were kids growing up? Nobody had problems that I knew of, gluten-free and peanut butter allergies and all those things. And now kids everywhere seem to have those problems.
My son does.
I know.
And my daughters do.
We have friends whose son has to eat gluten-free.
You can't go to restaurants. It's so difficult.
You have to bring your own food. You travel. It's a whole. But that's why we profile people like Mike Hegedus did there. She's a terrific product.